So you're thinking about moving to Grapevine, Texas? Well, first of all, have you ever wondered why do they call it Grapevine? And actually I'll answer that question for you real quick. You can see right behind me there is a wine tasting room right here, but that's not the only reason why they call this Grapevine. There's actually several different wineries here in the Grapevine area, so therefore lots of grapes on the vines. And if you want to learn everything there is about Grapevine and you're thinking about making a move here, then stick around, because I'm going to take you through a couple of different neighborhoods, show you some different price points, and then also give you a little recap on the real estate market here in Grapevine. And we're going to get after it right now. If you're new to this channel and you want to know everything there is about eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad of living in Dallas, Texas and the surrounding areas, then please subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Dallas and the surrounding areas. And as I mentioned, we are in Grapevine, Texas right now, and you can see I'm in this historic downtown area where it's on Main Street. We're on Main Street, but you can see the really cool buildings. Let me probably get out of the way of that car right there so you can get a better idea. But you should be able to see some of those old historic buildings right behind me. You've got Mason and Dixie, eat, sip, together, eat and sip. You got a little bar restaurant there. You got Wine Fusion, you got the wineries. And as I mentioned on the intro part, there's a lot of wineries here in the Grapevine area, which is probably the most prominent for wineries in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. Most of the wineries that you come across in Texas are more down south and in what they would call wine country in Texas. So the fact that we have some close to home here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area really gives you the opportunity to come out and taste some of the local wines here in Texas. Personally, I mean, I like wines from France and Spain and Italy, kind of the old world. But hey, if you like California wines, or you haven't really even had the chance to try out some Texas wines, then it's definitely at least worth a try. And so Grapevine here is it's a little bit about 52,000 people, and it's only 20 minutes to downtown. So it's a little suburb a suburb nestled between South Lake and Irving, just in that area. And that's really the interesting aspect, is that it just doesn't really get a lot of press lately, I would say, because some of the more popular suburbs like Frisco or South Lake kind of take the spotlight from here or there. But Grapevine's a great city, as you can see, a lot of history. And the other good thing is, if you're a traveler, then you are right on top of the airport. Literally, I mean, it's just 2 miles from here. So if you're traveling frequently, or for business or even pleasure, I realize that travel is not as prevalent as it used to be. But again, if you're still traveling, then you're going to have an extremely short commute to the airport. So that is one of the positives. But what we want to do is now, I want to take you to a couple of the neighborhoods. That way you can see some of the homes here in Grapevine and give yourself a better idea of what may fit inside your budget. So let's go take a look. All right, so we're over here in this first neighborhood now, where this home right behind me is about $334,000, but I just wanted you to kind of get an idea of the neighborhood. We're not that far from the historic downtown area, so you're close to that. But again, you're starting out around $334,000, your typical 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, and right around 1,700 square feet. These were built in early 90s, so there's definitely going to be some updates and things needed, unless unless you're not worried about that, then no big deal. But this is in a nice little cul-de-sac. You're also right down the street from Oak Grove Park, which is a pretty big park, and lots of hiking and biking and things like that to do around the lake. Of course, being in Grapevine here, you're on Grapevine Lake, so that's definitely a perk. But if you want something a little bit more newer, then probably moving up in price range, we want to do that here in this area. But we can find something to make it work. But still, not bad to start out with a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,700 square feet for under $400,000. And again, can always look at moving up later, right? So with that being said, let's go check out the next one. All right, so we're over here in our next price point in Grapevine, and I wanted you to see that these new construction homes, which are pretty cool. I like how they kind of making this look a little traditional, you know, older style, not just the new all brick, but actually adding some character in here. You'll see this nice little neighborhood on a little cul-de-sac here that they're kind of putting together. They're still building a couple of homes right over there. You can see they're completing out this project, but these homes are starting at right around $625,000, and they are 3-bedroom, 3-bath, about 2,400 square feet. So that puts the price per square foot right around $262 or so, 260, something like that. And you know, so which is not bad. That's pretty close to what the average is here in Grapevine. It is a little bit more pricier because of mainly because of the high schools. I mean, all the elementary and the middle schools are mostly A-rated here in Grapevine as well. The proximity to the airport, only being 20 minutes to downtown, and then also feeding into South Lake High School or Coppell High School, which are two of the best public school systems in all the state of Texas. Then you really have a lot of good things going for you here in Grapevine. But otherwise, you can still find something like this if you're in the $600,000 price range that is new construction. As you can see, they're still kind of finishing out this neighborhood. The good thing is that they've only got a couple of houses to go. So even if you moved in, you wouldn't have to put up with the construction too much longer. So that pretty much sums up this price range. And so we should go check out the next one. All right, let's go. All right, so we're actually going to take a look inside one of these units right now since it was open, and just wanted to kind of show you. I really like the floors. They look really nice, and you can kind of see the kitchen area. Here's the living room. Yeah, I mean, they went with some dark cabinets, the light countertops. It's a good contrast, you know. I mean, I still prefer lighter countertops. I mean, lighter cabinets really is my preference. I like how they put the shiplap there on the fireplace. That's pretty cool. I mean, this whole bar area right here is really nice. Again, they've got the nice floors in here. They've got, let's see, they've got a little pantry right there. Nice built-in stove you can see. I mean, it's pretty nice. And they got a little half bath, or no, that's laundry room. There's the garage. That's the laundry room. So, nice foyer. And let's just take a look upstairs real quick. Got some views with all these windows. They've got a nice playroom up here, and then all the bedrooms back there. All right, so I just wanted you to kind of see inside this unit, but so now let's really get on to the next price point, and let's go. All right, I wanted you to see this home right behind me here real quick. This one is actually $665,000. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3.5 bath, and it's just over 4,000 square feet. So this actually puts the price per square foot around $160 a square foot. And I wanted to, actually what I said on that last house, that the average around Grapevine was around 260. It's actually, the average is around 224. So I was just checking my data again because I thought it didn't sound right. I was trying to go off memory there, but yeah, the average is around 220, 224 here in Grapevine. But this house right behind me, you can see, and this is still kind of a newer, these are like 2015. Actually, this one right behind me was built in 2015, but you can see awesome, it's an awesome house. 2015, 4,000 square feet for $665. I mean, if that's your price range, then you got a pretty good option right here. I will say, downside is this is right directly across from this main road right here, but this is down the street. You could actually get back. Of course, this subdivision will go further back off the busy street. This house just happens to be for sale right here on the busy street. So that is just something you want to keep in mind whenever you're looking around, of course, but always help you make that decision. But yeah, I mean, but this is a great little neighborhood. This is right down the street, not too far from the old historic downtown. So if that's something you're interested in as well, then you can find these great little neighborhoods just all throughout Grapevine that are still close to that area. So with that being said, now let's go check out another one. All right, so we're actually right down the street from Main Street, the old historic area. And I'm not gonna really show you $1 million home, I'm just gonna show you $1 million property. And it's kind of like this whole parcel right behind me. There's actually 3 homes on this whole section that are currently leased out. There's a commercial building and then also another lot available here, but it's almost this whole lot all the way down and just right around in this area. But it's actually listed at $1.5 million, and it's walking distance to the old historic district, which is really key because you could either keep these homes on there for the rental income, or you could, tear down possibly and start a new development if you wanted to. So there's still some good opportunities here in the area, but being that close to town, of course, makes it a desirable piece of property there, and you can kind of see in the background a little bit. But just something to keep in mind. But if you're looking in the $1 million range, I don't know if Grapevine's really the place for you. We could always find something. We might want to check over in Southlake, or even Coppell might actually find some better options if you want to be in the $1 million range. And you should check out our other vlogs. We've got a vlog on Southlake and on Coppell, and show you $1 million home in each of those. So after this video, when you complete this video, then yeah, go over there, check out our Southlake vlog and our Coppell vlog, and you will see some of those different options as well. But still, if you're looking for some investment or development opportunity, then this would be a good option if you want to be something, if you want to kind of take advantage of the downtown historic area. All right, so now let's go grab a coffee and recap, and I'm going to give you an update on the market, the real estate market in general here in Grapevine, and give you some of those good stats, and we'll close out this video. And here we go. All right, so we're here. We stopped in this little coffee shop here in Grapevine. It's called Redefine. So if you're around the Grapevine area and you want a great coffee, you got to come over here. I got my Americano, which I love, and I have an Americano every day. But comment below, let me know what your favorite coffee is. But Grapevine has so much to offer. You saw, I took you up and down the main street, showed you around a couple of the neighborhoods a little bit, some different price points. So the median home value in Grapevine is around $295,000, and the median rent is around $1,300. So just something to keep in mind. And the public school system is A+ rated here, but that's going to be for mainly the elementary and the middle school, because of course the high schools, you're either going to go to Southlake Carroll to the west, or you're going to go to Coppell to the east. So depending on which side of town you live on, if you want to attend public school, which by the way, those are the two best public schools, two of the best public schools in the entire state of Texas. So you couldn't go wrong really with either one. And Southlake is really well known for their high school football team. So if it's footballs in your family and you want your kids to play there, or they want to play there, that would be a great option. Coppell is really highly rated for academics, so that's a good option as well. But they also have a good football team. And the median income here is around $86,000. The average home price is around $750,000. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what's selling right now. But the average price per square foot, we mentioned this earlier, around $224 a square foot. So still reasonable, especially if you're coming from California or New York. That should be extremely reasonable. And the most expensive listing in Grapevine right now is around $1.5 million. That's actually for just over 6 acres. If you want to build, you got 6 acres on the lake. Well, it's not necessarily, it's on the lake, but you have a strip of the Army Corps of Engineers behind that. So there shouldn't be any building between you and the lake. So that would be a really cool option if you're looking to build a home, get some acreage, basically right on Lake Grapevine, which Lake Grapevine is, Grapevine Lake is really, really awesome. It's a lot of fun. I love going there. I've been there a few times for hiking and biking. They've got great mountain bike trails. If that's something that you're into, then it's a lot of fun. They got several of them too. They got
It's a pretty big trail system there, so expands quite a bit of the lake. But on top of that, just the lake in itself is really clean and a lot of fun to really enjoy. So you saw up and down Main Street, walked you up and down there, but the kind of the main appeal here is going to be the wineries. And with the wineries, because I would say Dallas-Fort Worth is not really well known for wine country, so to speak. That's a little bit more in South Texas, in the hill country, where they have some slopes and actual hills, not where here in Dallas it's pretty flat. But Grapevine is probably the most concentrated area of wineries. And so up and down Main Street, you've got bars and restaurants and shops and wine tasting rooms. That's kind of the cool thing. And so if you want to get some local Texas wine, then you're going to have your fair share to choose from. There's several, between 5 to 10 different wine tasting rooms just on Main Street alone. So if you like your wine, then Grapevine could be a great city for you here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And and of course, Main Street is the main attraction here in Grapevine, but they've also got the Grapevine Mills Mall, which that was kind of it's still popular, but it was the mega mall back in the day, but kind of before Stonebriar moved into Frisco. Kind of took over a lot of the spotlight there, but Grapevine Mills Mall has always been known as a massive store. I mean, over 185 stores in there. I remember going there as a kid, and like the Rainforest Cafe, I just remember the giant frog and the big mushrooms and everything, just, how they make everything so big and crazy there. But they also have a Legoland Discovery Center there where we took my nephew last year, so that was a lot of fun. I mean, I grew up on Legos, so that was very nostalgic to just get back in there and have some fun and play around with some Legos. So there's a lot to do inside Grapevine Mills Mall, and of course with 185 stores, I mean, bring your walking shoes because it'll take you a little ways to get around that. There's also Grapevine Botanical Gardens here too, so if you're more of a nature buff, not only do you have the lake and the hiking and the biking, but you can go to the Botanical Gardens, which are always done very well during the different seasons, especially spring, summer, and fall. Definitely the best times to go and check that out. And you've also got the Great Wolf Lodge here, and that is an indoor and outdoor water park. So it was one of the first indoor water parks that I know of. And so that way, if you are sensitive to the sun or you don't like wearing sunscreen or don't want to be outside too long, then they've got half the park is inside. So you could bring the kids and have fun indoors. I mean, all day long, never have to worry about the sun. I mean, it's a massive complex and it's a lot of fun. So that's definitely something you might want to check out. They've also got the Gaylord here, which the Gaylord was very well known before COVID for hosting some of the largest conventions and meetings and things like that in the country. A lot of people would always come into the Gaylord. It's a beautiful property, but that's changed quite a bit since COVID. I'm not sure when they may have already opened up. I'm not sure on that exactly, but usually that's where if your company or whoever you're working with tends to have a lot of conventions, then Grapevine could be a good option for you because you'd be close to the convention center. Not to mention, again, you're on top of the airport, so you've got next to no commute to get anywhere you need to go. And then, of course, Umbra Winery is kind of one of the top wineries here, or well known, so you might want to check that place out too. So, if you have any questions, or if you're from Grapevine and you're just watching this for fun, or maybe you used to live in Grapevine, I mean, if you could comment below as well and let us know what your favorite things to do around town are, and that would really help out the people that are thinking about making a move here. And and also let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see, or if you'd like us to do a tour of some of the wineries here and maybe do a video on the different wineries. Let us know in the comments if that's something that you would enjoy. If you're interested in moving here, but maybe leaning more towards, of course, you're not sure about the schools, check out our South Lake and Coppell vlogs, so where we walk you around those towns as well. Maybe if Grapevine's not the right fit for you, but otherwise, we hope to help you out in any way. Please feel free to ask us any questions. Shoot us a call, or give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. And no matter whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, my name is Levi. My partner is Jimmy. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning, but as real estate agents here, we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move. And so, until next time, we hope to see you around town. Bye for now.